This evening, high-ranking PPP officials were arrested by SOKU today. Find out why. Can we be 50-50 by 2030? Government discusses how to achieve gender parity in the next 13 years. Step aside, fellas. It's the ladies' turn to lay down the law as ministers react to recent female judiciary appointments. In the region, in St. Lucia, operations for one post office was suspended due to a bad case of mold. And internationally, U.S. Housing and Urban Development Secretary Dr. Ben Carson redefines what it means to be an immigrant.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel, as well as our website, safetvghana.com. Join us. On Monday, opposition leader and former president Barrett Jagdeo, as well as a number of former ministers of the People's Progressive Party Civic, sent correspondence to the Special Organized Crime Unit. They are currently being investigated by the agency in regards to accusations of misappropriation of public funds. These accusations stem from the sale of house lots in an East Coast Demerara scheme commonly referred to as Proutoville 2. The letters to SOKU stated the PPP's refusal to accept any questioning at SOKU headquarters. Andrew Weeks reports that they have put their lawyers on notice in preparation for the looming court battle with the state.
The land at Proutoville 2 on the east coast of Demerara, where 4 members of the PPP civic government acquired hundreds of acres of land far below what should have been the cost, are refusing to face questioning from the Special Organized Crime Unit, SOKU, at its headquarters. Opposition MP and former Attorney General Anil Nanlal has written to SOKU stating that his clients would not be meeting with investigators at the Law Enforcement Agency's office on Cam Street, Georgetown. SOKU had written to 6 former government ministers and 2 other persons, asking them to report to SOKU for questioning. A forensic audit into the land deal found that the recipient underpaid for the land close to the seawalls by more than $250 million. An additional $1 million more in state resources were used to develop the land for private use. Headline News called the head of SOKU, Assistant Commissioner Sidney James, and all he could tell us is not going to...
We are waiting some advice, which I should get, sir. That's the most I can say at this point in time, sir.
You're waiting on some advice?
Yes, advice on the police legal law.
The legal expert James is talking about is the Ghana Police Force legal advisor, retired Justice Claudette Singh, about the letter Nandlal sent to him. The former PPC cabinet members who are to visit SOKU for questioning into the Ponzi scheme of land at Proutoville 2 are Opposition Leader Barrett Jagdeo, former head of the Presidential Secretariat Roger Luncheon, former Home Affairs Minister Clement Rohi, former Minister of Education Priya Manik Chand, former Minister of Public Service Dr. Jennifer Westford, and former Minister of Housing and Water, Tourism, Irfan Ali. Those persons, Nanlal stated in his letter, would only be available to meet investigators at the office of the Leader of the Opposition on Church Street instead of SOKU's office. But the names are not done yet. Others include Director of Public Prosecution Shalami Al-Haq, former head of the Private Sector Commission Ramesh Duku, and Lisa Vita Valentina Ramotar, who is the daughter of the former President Donald Ramotar, and former GDF Chief of Staff retired Commodore Gary Best also acquired land in the scheme. Best is now advisor to the President on climate change. According to the Demerara Wave report, their attorney at law told SOKU head Sidney James that he had objected to the investigators questioning his clients about Proutoville 2 because a case was currently before the Constitutional Administrative Division of the High Court and other reasons. As a result of this and a multitude of other factors, which advisedly he will not disclose at this stage, he said he have deep reservation regarding the property, legality, and constitutionality of the process upon which you and your officers have embarked, and I have also advised my client. End of quote. This new development has put the coalition government legal body into a serious legal challenge that can go along for days to come. We will keep you posted. Andrew Weeks, Channel 2, Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. In an update to the aforementioned story this afternoon, Opposition Leader Barrett Jagdeo, PPP parliamentarian Dr. Roger Luncheon, and others were apprehended by agents of the Special Organized Crime Unit. Andrew Weeks will tell you more about the developments of this case.
On Tuesday, Special Organized Crime Unit of the Guyana Police Force swooped down on the office of the opposition leader and arrested Roger Luncheon. The arresting officer, Superintendent Vera, read Dr. Luncheon his rights in the presence of opposition leader Barrett Jagdeo and the former Attorney General Anil Landlal.
Dr. Luncheon, my old friend out here. How are you? My task is I was given instructions that Assistant Commissioner James will effect the arrest of Dr. Luncheon. I specifically asked what was the offense I was arresting Dr. Luncheon for. I was told conspiracy to commit a felony, to commit fraudulent misappropriation of state property relating to Protocol 2. My instructions are to arrest him and take him to the Special Organized Crime Unit. And this is as far as I know.
So I am being arrested.
Yes, sir.
Well, I won't resist arrest.
I know you would not, sir.
Okay.
Well, I will speak with the press.
Could you assist me?
Yes.
Dr. Luncheon told the press that he was innocent of the crimes into the misappropriation of state resources and conspiracy.
As we have said before, myself and others, we are fully supportive and cooperating with the police, with SOCO in this investigation.
Dr. Luncheon, you worried for your kid about going into police custody?
It depends on what happens. My concerns about my health would, of course, be directly related to what subsequently happens.
There's a sheer witch hunting, man.
Does this come as a surprise to you, though, today's arrest?
Mr. James was advised we would be available at the office of the leader of the opposition since yesterday morning.
Opposition leader Barrett Jagdeo called it desperation on the part of the coalition government.
It is another act designed to drive fear in the hearts of Guyanese. I spoke at Babujan about this government's numerous attempts to intimidate this society with a mistaken belief, I think, guided by a mistaken belief that they would make the citizens more compliant and have people be fearful of criticizing them and exposing their wrongdoing. Already many people are saying, why go after people for this thing?
Just moments after the arrest of Dr. Luncheon, SOCO came for opposition leader and former President Barrett Jagdeo. He was arrested and was escorted to the headquarters of the Special Organized Crime Unit of the Guyana Police Force for questioning into the Pradoville land deal. Also being held for questioning at the SOCO headquarters are former Attorney General Anil Landlal, former Natural Resources Minister Robert Prasad, and the daughter of former President Donald Ramotar, Lisa Ramotar. This newscast understands former Minister Robert Prasad and Lisa Ramotar voluntarily walked into SOCO for questioning. Financial frauds expert Dr. Sam Settlington spoke to the press.
Do you think they'll be held beyond today or they'll be released?
I'm unsure yet because they haven't started interviewing some of them yet.
Okay, so can you say how many were officially arrested?
There's 4 arrested at the minute.
They're all arrested. Are you hoping to bring others here today?
Well, there are more due in for interview, so it depends if they turn up or not. What course of action will be taken by SOCU.
Has Mr. Jagdeo been arrested since his arrival here?
He was arrested at his headquarters by Mr. James.
For similar offences?
Yes.
SOCO have requested the interview as part of its investigations into the Pradoville 2 land scandal, but the PPC on Monday had refused to do so from advice from their lawyer. A forensic audit into the land deal found that the beneficiaries underpaid for the land by more than $250 million. Additionally, millions more in the state resources were used to develop the land for private use. We'll keep you posted. Andrew Weeks, Channel 2, Headline News.
Thanks again, Andrew. This morning, dozens of cane cutters attached to the Skeldon Sugar Estate staged a protest outside of the estate's administrative offices. The workers are protesting the non-adherence of certain practices when they are required to work at Albion Estate. Due to Guy Suko's decision to cancel the 2017 first crop at Skeldon Estate, the workers are required to work at Albion. The workers noted that on previous occasions when they worked at Albion, the practices and conditions of which they enjoyed at Skeldon Estate are observed at Albion. This time, the workers claim that Albion is imposing its practices on the Skeldon workers. In an effort to restore normalcy, representatives of GAWU are scheduled to meet with Albion Sugar Estate Management tomorrow morning. Coming up on Headline News after the break, female ministers react to recent judiciary appointments, and stakeholders discuss how to achieve gender parity in 2030.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Footsteps is back with great savings. It's Footsteps Customer Appreciation Day sale. Yes, get wholesale prices at any of the 2 Footsteps locations on Wednesday, 8th March. Hurry, because it won't last long. Footsteps, bringing it all together.
It's always fresh, tasty, enticing, and the best in town, served hot from our experienced chefs. Come and enjoy our daily meals with a wide and delicious menu to choose from, also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For a reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The new thriving Chinese restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
It's next level time, Guyana. Let's get ready for Love and Sunshine Destination Wedding Conference and Expo coming on April 1st and 2nd, 2017 to Guyana, South America. Come enjoy the company of Joy Agnes, Destination Wedding Specialist, Mark Jennings, TV host and lifestyle expert, Jacqueline Johnson, Destination Wedding Expert, Jerry Gavaya, CEO, Roraima Group, Angie Zimmerman, Floral Expert, and Richard Markel, founder of AFWPI. Registration US $100 before March 15, thereafter US $150. Learn from the industry experts, see floral demonstrations, network at the cocktail, and benefit from educational sessions on wedding planning. Contact us for sponsorship at info@joyagnesevents.com. Love and Sunshine Destination Wedding Conference and Expo, a must for all wedding professionals. See you there.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
it's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Tomorrow, March 8th, is International Women's Day, and today the Women and Gender Equality Commission celebrated the event with a roundtable discussion about achieving gender equality. Here's more.
I'm simply saying that in everything we do, we need to understand how it affects women differently from how it affects men. I don't know about you.
The theme of today's roundtable workshop was, Is Gender Parity Possible by 2030? The event, which commemorates International Women's Day, was attended by many distinguished guests, including Minister Annette Ferguson, Member of Parliament Indrani Chanderpaul, Georgetown Mayor Patricia Chase Green, and First Lady Sandra Granger. Parity in the workforce was one of the aspects of equality the roundtable seeks to discuss. It is noted that despite gains over the years, women are still paid significantly less than men for the same work. The wage gap is so significant that if it were to be closed today, an estimated $12 trillion would be added to the world's economy by 2025. Another part of the struggle for gender equality is cultivating an atmosphere of respect for women. Respect is crucial to the process of gender equality. This lack of respect is inherent in much of the music that is popular today. Dr. Barbara Reynolds, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Planning of International Engagement at the University of Guyana, addressed this to a grand round of applause from the audience.
I cannot understand why we have willingly given it up. We have yielded our self-respect to people who call themselves musicians, who bombard our airwaves with garbage. And I suspect that there is a move that has to occur in the arts so that we can take back those airwaves and take back the sentiments that come into our minds.
Positive examples of women in media is only one aspect of representation. It is also imperative that women support other women in expressing their voice. To do this, Dr. Reynolds encourages female political involvement. But in order to have more women in power, women must vote for women.
I hazard a guess that men are not really cheating at the polls. So it's not just men voting men into parliaments around the world. It's not just men voting men into positions of authority around the world. It is women voting men into positions of authority around the world.
Chair of the Justice and Peace Commission, Lawrence Lachman Singh, spoke to the audience from a men's perspective of gender equality. He explored ways we can achieve gender equality. Some of these suggestions are to eliminate objectification of women and to encourage healing of traumas experienced in the past. Also, to make the education system more holistic, as well as making constitutional and political party reform to be more inclusive of the involvement of women. First Lady Sandra Granger spoke with a focus on education, gender-based violence, and trafficked-in persons, all of which typically disproportionately affect women. She lauded the Ministry of Education for its decision to allow teenage mothers to return to school, citing education as an important facet of preventing poverty. Additionally, First Lady Granger expressed dismay for the societal support of gender-based violence, citing some frequent reactions.
We express shock and dismay when a woman is murdered, maimed, or brutally attacked by a partner or former partner. but we condone the brutality. You would hear she drive the man to do it. She didn't respect him, or I don't agree with what he did, but I can understand.
The implicit support for such actions only serves to entrench ideas and feelings that are ultimately harmful to women and, as an extension, society as a whole. Will gender parity be possible by 2030? Hopefully, discussions such as this could be the impetus for achieving that goal. There have been reactions from several female ministers on the recent appointments of Justice Yonette Cummings Edwards and Justice Roxanne George Wilshire. The two were appointed as acting chancellor of the Judiciary and acting chief justice, respectively. Andrew Weeks reports.
As the world is heading to observe International Women's Day, originally called International Working Women's Day on Wednesday, a number of women are now into top positions in the land. Case in point, the legal fraternity. This has brought the voices of several government ministers in congratulating two such persons, Justice Yonette Cummings Edwards and Justice Roxanne George Wilshire. The agency that has the eyes and ears on the ground for the government, GINA, caught up with a few of those ministers. First up are Junior Minister within the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Annette Ferguson, and Junior Minister of Public Health, Dr. Karen Cummins.
I am really happy. You know, as a woman, I am happy to see that women are stepping up to the plate. And for too long, you know, the judiciary was being governed by male dominance, you know. So with two female actually being promoted to the acting post at the same time really says a lot. So I know that they will make us women proud. And I just want to encourage other young women to emulate from us women, be it in the political environment, in the judiciary environment, you know. So women are actually taking the rightful place in society.
The goal of the APNU AFC government is to ensure gender equality and women empowerment and propel women to occupy significant and decisive roles in the social, cultural, and economic sectors of Guyana. They are highly trained, professional, and competent individuals. The education of female gender, women and girls, is one of the best investments that a developing country like ours can make in its future.
Public Health Minister Valda Lawrence also made her contributions to the two top female legal minds in Guyana, stating that the appointments are well-deserved and lauded President David Granger for recognizing women's contribution to Guyana. Minister within the Ministry of Natural Resources, Simona Brooms, called the two appointments a great move that will enrich the lives or enhance the profile of Guyanese women. These appointments could not come at a better time, days before International Women's Day. It is the first time two women, Justice Yonette Cummings Edwards, Chancellor Acting, and Justice Roxanne George Wilshire, Chief Justice Acting, have been appointed concurrently to the top legal position in the land. Justice Desiree Bernard was the first woman who hold both offices. On behalf of the management and staff of Headline News, we congratulate the two justices and wish them a happy International Women's Day on Wednesday. Andrew Weeks, Channel 2, Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. Still ahead are regional and international news.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225 5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
It's next level time, Guyana. Let's get ready for Love and Sunshine Destination Wedding Conference and Expo coming on April 1st and 2nd, 2017 to Guyana, South America. Come enjoy the company of Joy Agnes, Destination Wedding Specialist, Mark Jennings, TV host and lifestyle expert, Jacqueline Johnson, Destination Wedding Expert, Jerry Gavaya, CEO, Roraima Group, Angie Zimmerman, Floral Expert, and Richard Markel, founder of AFWPI. Registration US $100 before March 15, thereafter US $150. Learn from the industry experts, see floral demonstrations, network at the cocktail, and benefit from educational sessions on wedding planning. Contact us for sponsorship at info@joyagnesevents.com. Love and Sunshine Destination Wedding Conference and Expo, a must for all wedding professionals. See you there.
Footsteps is back with great savings. It's Footsteps Customer Appreciation Day sale. Yes, get wholesale prices at any of the 2 Footsteps locations on Wednesday, 8th March. Hurry, because it won't last long. Footsteps, bringing it all together.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
It's always fresh, tasty, enticing, and the best in town, served hot from our experienced chefs. Come and enjoy our daily meals with a wide and delicious menu to choose from. Also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The new thriving Chinese restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day. I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princeton Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
In news from the region now. In St. Lucia, operations at the General Post Office were brought to a halt on Monday morning as occupational health and safety issues continue to plague staff at the institution. HCS News Force reported last week of a long-standing mold infestation at the Bridge Street Postal Office.
Sign up now for the Flow Sports Premier Pack to get the ultimate Premier League coverage this season, only with Flow.
The cleaner company said that he recommend that by Wednesday you'll come to work. But I'm not confirmed yet because you have to get in contact public service. In the event that public service agree, she'll contact all of y'all, the supervisor.
If they don't agree, what happens?
Well, you'll know, right? But if you're coming tomorrow, and as I said, if you're coming tomorrow and the place still sting, I'll tell you go back at your room.
Just dirty clothes?
No. Listen. Let's wait for sting. Don't jump into conclusion like I told you all. Don't get too emotional. Let the process take its course.
This was the CSA's industrial officer Hayden Ford trying to calm flustered employees of the General Post Office. Remedial works were commissioned at the historical structure over the weekend, but not to the satisfaction of employees. Acting General Secretary Max Stephen Overton told News Force last week that following an assessment by the Department of Labor, staff was instructed to stay away from the post office if they encounter any difficulty upon arrival for work on Monday.
And place is full of dust, and still the residue of whatever the cleanup company did is still within the blocks, the circle blocks, and it's not going to work for workers. So very dusty, the scent, some workers can't take the scent, and very dusty. So all the residue are within the block walls of the place. So we're now waiting now to get the clearance from the union as whether they should continue to remain out of work or what. We're just outside.
So the members have decided not to go.
Well, no, they can't go inside because it's very dusty, and some of them are not. They have different personal health conditions. Also asthmatic and bronchitis, whatever it is, you can't work in a condition, very dusty.
The industrial officer cites incomplete works by the crew commissioned to solve the mold issue as the main reason for the staff being sent home.
They started over the weekend, but it's incompleted, so they're continuing today. Presently, the workers are going home, and the cleaner recommend that tomorrow the workers should stay at the home and start to work on Wednesday. But we're still waiting for public service feedback, so to know the final position with them, whether the workers could stay at the home until Wednesday. Because it don't make sense to come to tomorrow when they're just cleaning tonight. The residue will still be in the air. So it makes sense that the workers stay at home for tomorrow and start work on Wednesday. So that's the position right now.
Ford gave assurances that this is by no means industrial action, but rather a move to safeguard members against any further exposure to a potentially harmful environment. Meanwhile, Gabriel Joseph laments what he believes is poor communication on the part of the post office's management.
We as management and powers that be should probably come to help us apply per se and come to us and liaise with us, dialogue with us. Because we are the one looking there. I think one person are very committed. And if we're not committed, then I don't want to be able to this morning. We are committed to do whatever we have to do to serve the public, to serve the state. We're employed by the government of Lord Solution. It's something else. But again, my plea also is that when you have one management who does not seem to have dialogue with staff members, it says something. How can you be a manager and don't dialogue with staff members? It can't work. It's two hands to clap. It can't work.
The General Post Office is only one of a number of government departments and agencies facing occupational health and safety issues. Ironically, staff at the Department of Treasury was temporarily housed at the GPO last year when the Labrie Street offices were shut down due to poor air quality and the presence of mold. Miguel Favory, HTS News Force.
And internationally, Dr. Ben Carson clarified what he meant when he likened slaves to immigrants who choose to come to the U.S. by saying whether you come to the U.S. voluntarily or involuntarily, you are an immigrant. CNN reports.
I want to play the comments from the HUD Secretary, Ben Carson, addressing his department employees, where he appears to compare slaves to immigrants. He begins talking about the photos of people who came here to Ellis Island.
Not 8 hours a day, but 10, 12, 16 hours a day. No such thing as a minimum wage. They work not for themselves, but for their sons and their daughters and their grandsons and their granddaughters, that they might have an opportunity in this land. That's what America is about. A land of dreams and opportunity. There were other immigrants who came here in the bottom of slave ships, worked even longer, even harder for less. But they too had a dream that one day their sons, daughters, grandsons, granddaughters, great-grandsons, great-granddaughters might pursue prosperity and happiness in this land.
So, Shermichael, I have to go to you first because you used to work for Ben Carson at HUD. Can you give us some insight as to what he meant here and why he would say that?
Look, Don, Dr. Carson has released a statement that was posted to his Facebook page about an hour ago, where he did clarify the remarks that he made earlier today when he was addressing the staff, the career staff at the agency. And in those remarks, he made it in that clarification, he made it very clear that in no way was he attempting to compare the slave narrative to the immigrant narrative. The two are extremely disparate, and the fortitude that our ancestors displayed when being forced into this country is something that I don't think anyone would attempt to challenge. And
But
so,
Sir Michael,
no,
I understand what you're saying. Hold on.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't work
Go
that
ahead.
way.
Go ahead.
Because you said that he wasn't attempting to, but that's exactly what he did by comparing people from Ellis Island. By the way, if slaves couldn't even come through Ellis Island or see the Statue of Liberty because it wasn't during that time, that's the whole point. There's two different experiences.
But Don,
but he
I'm
himself was comparing it. Maybe in his explanation he said that, but if you listen to it, that's what he said.
Don, I'm not disagreeing with the facts as it pertains to slavery and immigrants coming from European countries into America. That's not what I am attempting to do. What I'm saying is that Dr. Carson made a statement. Clearly, Dr. Carson has recognized that his statements were not the best statements at that time and clarified those statements once on Armstrong Williams' show.
Okay,
he provided
I get what you're saying.
Don, he provided even further clarification on Facebook. Don,
I played the soundbite from the Armstrong. I get what you're saying. You're saying that he spoke. You think he misspoke. He didn't say it properly, and he went back to clarify this. Okay, I want to play. No, because we talk about these subjects all the time, and I want to play what Dr. Carson said on Armstrong Williams' radio show. Listen.
I think people need to actually look up the word immigrant. That's whether you're voluntary or involuntary. If you come from outside to the inside, you're an immigrant. Whether you're legal or you're illegal, you come from the outside to inside, you're an immigrant. Slaves came here as involuntary immigrants, but they still had the strength to hold on.
Okay, so an immigrant is a person who comes to another country to live voluntarily for a long time, who comes. And then he, as Sir Michael said, he wrote about it on Facebook, but he never said, I messed up or what I intended to say was. He just said that immigrants and slaves, the narrative, the two are entirely different experiences. And they shouldn't be conflated. I'm paraphrasing here, but that's kind of what he did.
And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and SaveTVGuyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast. Thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.